This tissue was taken from a ligament close to its insertion into bone. At such junctions, a tendon or ligament typically changes from dense, regular, ordinary connective tissue to fibrocartilage. This specialization makes the tissue especially tough. Fibrocartilage is made up primarily of thick bundles of type 1 collagen embedded in cartilage matrix. The tissue may look crumbly, especially where sectioned across the fibers, but this is just a consequence of the difficulty in slicing a microtome blade evenly through such a tough tissue. Fibrocartilage typically has a more pronounced bluish hue than does tendon when stained with hematoxylin and eosin, due to its content of chondroitin sulfate. A more obvious difference between the two is in the appearance of their cells. If you can recall, the fibroblasts of a tendon, or what you see of their nuclei, are extremely elongated. In contrast, the chondrocytes of fibrocartilage are rounded up and much shorter. Also, as in all cartilage, the chondrocytes seem to occupy lacunae, too large for them. In contrast, fibrocytes in tendons typically seem to lie in cracks between the bundles of collagen. The transition from regular, dense, ordinary connective tissue to fibrocartilage along an inserting tendon often is not sharp. The amount of ground substance increases gradually to give intermediate forms of tissue. I think of fibrocartilage as a hybrid tissue, where the body is trying to make cartilage and tendon in the same place. This clear, egg-shaped area in the middle of the intervertebral disc is the nucleus pulposus, lying between the body of two adjacent vertebrae. Immediately adjacent to the nucleus pulposus is purple staining hyaline cartilage, and next to this, separated by a slight artifactual space, is bone of the vertebrae. On either side of the nucleus pulposus are pink and bluish areas of fibrocartilage. Note that the chondrocytes of fibrocartilage are much smaller than in hyaline cartilage over here, but are still located in lacunae. Also, note the abundance of fibers. These run in parallel with their neighbours, but in different directions in adjacent sheets, giving the tissue a layered appearance. Because of the enormous compressive forces exerted on the vertebral bodies, and so the intervertebral discs, neither bone nor cartilage would be adequate here. Instead, the dominant collagen fibers provide added support plus flexibility. Sometimes, however, the forces are just too much, even for fibrocartilage, and the nucleus pulposus is squeezed out through it. And the sad, painful result is a herniated intervertebral disc.